Good morning, trading world. It is March 12th, 2021, about 20 minutes before 8 a.m. And this is my pre-market outlook for today. Now, all week I've been saying, musical chairs. Be careful when the music stops. And looks like the music stopped. But have no fear. Just like when you're playing musical chairs, the game is usually never over the first time the music stops. So the music should come back on, and we're going to try to go back and retest, or try to get back up to a retest of the new high that was just made. But will the music come back on today or next week? Let's see. Looking at things for the SPY today, we have two outcomes that I will be paying close attention to and seeing what will happen. If you read the analysis yesterday, I said that we would get one of the outcomes was that explosive move that would take us above the market maker's expected move and would land us somewhere between 393 and 395. And at that point, we could get what's called a rounded reversal. And boy, did we get a reversal. But the thing is now, it's not obvious that the reversal is over. So sell side activity could continue today. Hence why the music may not come back on just yet. So the two outcomes that we're looking for. The first outcome is that if we hold support at the 390 area, we begin this. If we can hold this support right here, we begin this long fight back up to retest the highs. That's if we hold this area. And as you can see, even from yesterday, I have a target on the short that I took right about here at the. It's right at almost 390 exactly. And we came pretty close to it. And I'm thinking that today we kind of continue on into that area. But that's a decision area. If we can hold this area, we will bounce up. That's the first outcome. However, the second outcome is that we break through this 390 area. And if we break through the 390 area, that could set us up with a target. We'll probably consolidate a little bit at this 387 area. And once that consolidation happens, we'll probably continue lower. And our target is going to be this 384 area down here. That's the target that I see. So if we bounce up, that short retest could take us on this bounce or consolidation could take us close to this 393 area. not completely sure, but it could be, it could possibly be that 393 or just back to this 390 area. Once things kind of get clicking on the opening, I can see where internals are. It'll be easy to judge whether we make it to the 390 area or up to 393. But again, my target is this 384 area. And somehow I believe that if we don't make to this 384 today, this sell side activity could continue on over into Monday. But I definitely see 384 as a firm target if we break through this 390 area. So those are actually the two outcomes. It is possible that we, consolidate for the rest of the day, but being that today's an expiration day, I don't really see that happening as much. So that's the reason why I didn't put it up as an outcome today, because there's going to be increased volatility because of the expiration. So I will definitely be looking to reach, we'll put it as target number 1 at this 387 area, and target number 2 at this 384 area. So if you're looking today and you didn't short yesterday, you may have an opportunity at one of these two levels to get short again today at this 393 area. Preferably if we retest above or around this 393, that's going to be the best area to get short. This 190 area, unless we see a whole lot of consolidation here below it, and then a pop back up to 390, and we reach some type of overbought condition once we get back up into this 390 area, then it'll be a good setup. But right now, as things stand, this 390 area isn't a good setup to get short. It'll have to consolidate just below it a while in order to make this a good setup level. But I definitely see 393 could possibly be a good setup level if we make it back up and consolidate there. So that's pretty much what we have going on today. Again, keep your eye on bonds. This time or today, we're at the lower end of the bond range, so a steep decline to and through that 155.27 area on the bonds, that could make the market angry as well. So like I said, with the bonds, it's kind of complicated, because if bonds go too low too fast, it will make the market angry. If they go too high too fast, it will make the market angry. So it's going to be a tough time keeping your eye on the bonds. The last thing, I will be keeping my eyes on the rotation. I don't think this is the last of the rotation. It is still going. The music will come back on so we can get another round of rotation. It is still going. So, like I said, the music will come back on. We're going to get another chance to get back in short at a higher level at some point, but it may take a while for us to fight back up through here, because one of the things I've said in a previous video, you have these air pockets, and we've just created a nice size air pocket basically from this 393 area pretty much all the way down to close to this 384 area. There is some small pockets of volume in here, like we will probably stop and trip up and hang around this 387, but what you're looking at is basically a huge air pocket that we hit yesterday that brought us straight back down. So it's basically building into a huge air pocket where once we hit in that level, we're going to one end or the other, but we're not going to hang around in it on the downside. Coming down, we're going to blast through it, but going up, it may be a harder fight. So those are things that kind of be careful for, especially once we get up over this 390 area. It's every tick is going to be kind of hard and a hard fight for, and it could spill over at any time. So you got to be very careful of that. And as always, make sure you know your risk. Make sure you keep your risk capped, especially if you're going long in this area. Even if you're playing options, make sure you try to bracket your options, because it is too dangerous now to take trades, especially to the long side when all the risk is to the downside. It is too dangerous to play around without protection, having that OCO bracket on your options. I never trade futures without a bracket, but even on your options right now, it is one of those things where you need to have a bracket so that you know your risk. Things can get crazy really fast now. That's it for today. Wishing you a profitable trading day. As always, please leave your likes, subscribe. Your feedback is appreciated. Have a great day.